everyone, so this week's Shadow Saturday series I'm going to be using the ABH Jackie Aina palette, and this is a beautiful palette. This is currently my palette of the month, so I have been using this quite a bit and I really do enjoy it. So I really have no idea what look I'm going to create today, but we're just going to wing it, so let's just go ahead and get started. So I just moved in a little bit so you guys can see better, and the first shade I'm going to go in with is this warm brown right here called Ginger. And I was afraid that this would be way too dark as a transition shade on my skin, but if you use just the lightest amount, it actually works really well. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Pinker, and I'm going to take that on a little bit of a smaller blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that right into the crease. So just keeping it right below where we just put down that transition shade. This Pinker shade is probably one of my favorites in the palette because it's not super pink and intimidating. It's actually a really wearable pink. Next, I'm going to go into this deep shade right here called Credit. And I'm going to take that on just a little fluffy brush. And I'm going to pack that on the outer corner. And one of the reasons I really love this palette is because you can do a super wearable everyday look, but you can also do a really colorful look. So I'm mainly just focusing that on the outer corner, and then whatever's left on my brush, I'm just going to blend that through the crease a little bit. Now I'm just going to go in with that brush we used for the transition shade, and I'm just going to blend out those edges with no excess product on the brush. And then I'm just going to go in with that deep shade again called Credit, and I'm really just going to build that up on the outer corner. Now I'm just going to go into this shade right here called Zam, and I'm just going to take that with my finger, and I'm going to pack that all over the lid. And I'm not going all the way to the outer corner, I'm going about 2/3 of the way. And this is probably my favorite shade in the palette. It's just a really pretty metallic, almost coppery color. Next I'm going to go into this shade right here called Trust Issues, and this shade is really unique. It's a duochrome with like a gold greenish shift. And I'm just going to take my finger and pack that right on the center of the lid. So you could say this look is like a soft glam look, but for the lower lashes I want to have a little bit of fun, so we're going to go into this purple shade right here called Big Wig, and I'm just going to take a little fluffy brush and I'm going to put that right on the lower lash line, and I'm going to go about 2/3 of the way in. I'm not going all the way to the inner corner with this. So I like how that's not intense, it's just a subtle purple tone on the lower lash line. Next I'm going to go into this shade right here called Soleil. And I'm just going to use that to highlight the inner corner and also my brow bone. Now the Anastasia shadows do have a little bit of fallout, so you could do your eyes first if you really wanted to avoid that, but I just go in with a little fluffy brush and brush that away. So that's it for the eyes. I'm going to go off camera and do my mascara and also fill my brows, and I'll be right back. So this is the final look. Here's an up close shot of it. And I really hope you guys can see how beautiful that lid shade really is. I feel like the camera's not going to pick it up because it usually doesn't, but so that's it for this look. I really love the way it turned out. I have created a bunch of looks with this, and stay tuned for my update on my palette of the month with this palette to get an in-depth review. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. It really helps me out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.